There we go. Shit. Crap. Oh, hey, you're here. It's just me. We got the old mics hooked up this week. Sounds so much better. Eric left the room. Armand is somewhere. It's just me. Good old. Just me. Hey, oh, no, wait. Soapworthy, you're first this time. I think. Let me see here. Marissa's first, second, and second, first. This is back backwards. Hey, I gotta make a phone call real quick. Hold down the fort.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, no, I gotta call the
Who
lady.
you gonna call, man? Ghostbusters?
Yeah, no, I'm not calling Ghostbusters, Dan.
Ghostbusters? You said
Not Ghostbusters.
Hey, did you know Everett's calling Ghostbusters?
Yeah, we're just gonna work out a deal with Jim and make sure we got all of our scheduling right.
Yeah, there's no point in not using them. The sound. Put those headphones on. Oh, it's insane, dude. It's like
Am I on YouTube right now?
You are on YouTube, yes, Drew. You are Armand.
Well,
Yeah.
global warming.
Global warming.
No.
Chicks.
Hey, who can give me a ride to DuCoin this weekend?
I need a ride. Fucking lost everything in the stock market. Hey, $500,000 on Millionaire. You know?
Well, I just saw a creepy crawler behind that fender case over there. Something crawled behind it.
Was it a alien? Are you serious? Don't fucking do me like this, Drew. What is it? Oh my god, it's an octopus. What the fuck is that? Spider? Eat him, dude. You won't do it. No balls. Eat him. Where in the why aren't we live yet? Are you sure? Because it's not showing me. There it is. I just got the notification for that. We need to start doing thumbnails. Well, it's one ever. We're gonna work out a deal with Chroma and get our scheduling right and keto. You know. I don't know why I got that stupid accent today, but it's keto. All right. Oh my God. Some people here waiting on us today, I guess, huh? Soapworthy Productions. No, I'll go get him now.
Where is that rat scallion?
The mic sounds dope as fuck, Marissa asks. What is it, eh? And I say, it's our old mics from the old studio. See, we've been using these pieces of shit here recently, and I bitched about it today, and Everett finally changed it.
AT 2020s, that's right. They're Audio Technica AT 2020. They're only about $100, $110 each. Is this thing on? Can you see me? Is this working? Is it a clap test? I should do a clap test. I'm going to do a clap test. Let's see here.
Who's got the clap?
I was doing a clap test. Can you see me?
What do you got going on, man? That sounds pretty loud.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
What do we got here? Nice.
oh, clap test is on point.
All right, good. Were they abducted? No, we were not abducted. What's up, everybody?
I've just abducted Druce's.
Drucifer?
It's Eric's British friend here. Hi, mate. How you doing?
No.
David Watkins.
Damn it. Forgot to leave a voicemail. You got time.
Yeah, right. Like all you got to do is go to www.surrealtalkpodcast.com. Scroll down.
Every single one of you, get on Surreal Talk Podcast right now and leave a voicemail. Or I'm ending the stream. That's it. This is extortion. And I'll do it.
Are our listeners telling us about their abductions today? Is that what this is going
I
to be?
would love to hear about some.
Yeah, I want to hear
Chadwick
these
Boseman's
stories.
in the chat, though. You know, Black Panther.
Is he really?
That's what it says. Oh, wait. That's maybe not the same guy.
Could be.
Yep. I couldn't hear the clap. Yep, sometimes. All right, I'll leave a voicemail with my best American accent for next time then. Please, mate.
No, do it this time.
No, do it right now because we'll play it on our second show. See, our second show.
Here's my American accent.
I love their American accents. They
they're
almost sound like
great.
Hicks.
I love it.
Not Everett Hicks, but a Hick.
I don't know, this fucking guy.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
A rim shot. Give me
I
a rim
agree.
shot. That's it. What's the other one called? Is there a name for that one?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Does that have a name?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
The
does.
other one's
It's
a rim
called
shot.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. I have to tell him, I say, hit the
It's
wall.
very appropriate.
Is my shit not working here?
Looks fine.
Yeah, no, I just have to.
Scroll down. Is that what's going on? Oh, yeah, here we go.
I can't believe you guys haven't had an alien abduction show, or this has got to be a repeat.
Well, we did
we've had-
aliens.
We did aliens a couple
okay.
times.
We did
Right.
spacecrafts.
Okay. No, spacecraft.
UFOs.
There's no such thing as
UFOs.
spacecrafts.
We did alien spacecraft.
That's correct.
And
Very
we
good.
did. We haven't done abductions yet.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No abductions.
Hey, can we get some thumbs up?
No.
Well-
Dude, that last week was terrible. Somebody was in our chat with like 30 fucking bots and downvoted us like 30 times.
Yeah, that's about
You sure they were bots, or maybe we're
Maybe we took-
widely despised?
Yeah, that could be. I mean, for thinking, certain
was-
shapes are not plausible for certain things. I'm just saying.
What was the show last week? I forgot already.
scams.
Oh, they
Yeah,
didn't like
Armand
that.
scams.
They didn't like that.
Well,
They
that's
did not
weird.
like it.
I'm looking at it now, and all those aren't there.
What?
All those downvotes.
Really?
So I guess I got removed. Maybe it was eugenics.
Who removed them?
I don't know.
No, so
Maybe.
it was scams last week. Eugenics was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But there was
there's-
literally like 30 something downvotes.
Not anymore.
What?
Now it's 17-0.
What?
Yeah,
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, it could be after the live stream gets over. That could be the count for. No, that
They
stays.
carry over, yeah.
No, I don't know then.
I didn't, think that,
Dun, dun,
I didn't know that was possible. I thought once it's voted, it's voted, right?
I'll print out the sheets. I didn't do that.
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable. Blow me. What?
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable. Why is this not giving me a number of
Number of what, huh?
copies?
Number of
Oh,
what?
'cause I'm on PDF, not printer.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I do not like PDFs.
Why not? PDFs are awesome.
It's not for me, man.
Well, I think you're using PDFs for the wrong purpose.
That could be too.
PDFs are more for distribution of a document, not for later editing.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Armand, are you messing with the levers? Here, hold on. Let's try this. I got
Son of a bitch, man. That's what I said earlier. God damn you.
Bigora.
I got to tighten down and fix it.
Yes, everyone, I bitched enough today to get these microphones back in here, and I am so happy I did. Sounds so much better. Looks so much better. You don't hear that constant crackling across the table from the stands.
That's better. Yeah.
Yes.
much better.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah,
I
see?
don't have the thing
Yeah.
I think we're in good shape.
probing me.
Prohibition? Website again.
Surreal Talk Podcast.com.
And then once you're there,
How is that not on our overlay? I need to fix that.
yeah, you do.
Have you guys read these books on? I mean, they have several, I guess, right? They're
I don't
pretty
know
much
how to
legal.
read, Armand.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I've never read before.
You're at a very,
It's just ugly enough to be
very
true.
low level of. I mean,
Where's my wallet?
I don't even know how to read.
fundamentally
Nope.
you do.
No, I don't.
At third grade level.
Nope. I can't even form sentences, correctly. So,
Correctly, see.
yeah. No, that's. Yeah,
Proper
I made that
adverb.
up. I made that up.
There are many books on this, right? I mean,
Alien abductions?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't read.
God damn it.
Well, but you would know that there is such a thing.
There's
as
a
book.
bunch of them. We had
Yeah.
a couple authors send us their books,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't read.
but I don't read.
Oh,
I don't know
I
how.
think you should probably give them.
I'll give them to
notice
you.
of that.
Ah, shit. We just got a new voicemail.
Would you read them?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'll give them to you.
Only 4 seconds long. You know what that means.
Fuck you,
I
Everett.
think Everett gets it. Yeah.
I'm not going
Yes,
to listen to
sir.
it before we play it later on the show, but
A vocal fingering.
Hey, approve my link real quick.
I don't see it.
It's not there yet. That's why.
Are we
Oh, shit.
live yet?
Yeah, we're live, man.
Hey, I need
Who's
the login
first
for
today?
this too. I need the login for Twitter.
Are you not a manager?
Yeah, but I don't know what account I am managing under because
All right,
the
I'll figure it out after the show.
right. Oh, there's a fuck you, Armand.
Wow, what did I do? Already? I
Something.
haven't spoken
This two
yet.
slash guy. This //
Wow.
He's kind of a troublemaker, but he's all right.
Okay. I'll accept it with all humility.
Do we normally have this level of light during the show? I thought we had more light.
I thought we did too.
It's fine, though.
Let's turn the lights on. I mean, we could turn the lights on.
I'm fine with it.
Did you print the docs? I'll go get them.
I was going to say we could rock, paper, scissors for it. But,
I'll go get them.
all right. I'm going to fuck with those guys over there in the other room and turn their lights on bright. Watch this. See that red light over there?
You know what the name of that game is, by the way?
What game?
Rock, paper, scissors. It has a name.
No. Rock, paper, scissors?
No, it's called Rochambeau.
Oh, Rochambeau. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew that. So you should read more. You can read, correct?
I can read.
Very good. Do you know your numbers?
I've not worked onto that yet. What I'm doing here is fucking with this guy over here in this window. He doesn't know that I'm the one controlling this colors of the light, and he's freaking out on it.
Over in the other
Yeah, I guess I'm watching him right through the window. He can't hear me, but I'm fucking with the light colors, and it's messing with him.
Oh, in the other studio. And now he's assisting you.
What is it?
Yeah. It's an ectoplasm.
Did you touch it? Did you move it all?
All right, give the kid a break. Don't do that. Is it an intern?
Yeah, it's an intern.
Uh-huh.
Fucking with you.
Oh, man.
All right, that was fun. I was changing the color of the lights in the studio control
is
room with an
obviously-
intern. At first, I was having to go back and forth between red and white to make it look like it was an alarm.
See the documents he brought in here?
How many is there? It wasn't that many pages,
It
was it?
has nothing to do with alien abductions, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he stole somebody else's shit is what it was.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting abductions.
Oh.
Betty and Barney?
Yeah, Betty and Barney Hill.
The hills.
The hells.
Skeptics.
Yeah, I gotta get my shit together here.
All right, we ready?
No, not quite.
No? What you got going on?
Just a couple last minute things.
Is that right? Pull the document up real fast.
Well, you have to be kidding.
You have got to be kidding me, Armand.
This is extraordinary.
I only can wonder what you mean by that.
Well, we'll get to it.
You see, he's going to get stuck on the anal probes. You already know.
That's true. It's true.
Alien peggings.
Oh, Armand.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. It's not on the list,
think it's
but it
not
should
a
be, I
thing.
guess.
I posited a whole new theory on why they do the anal probes, Armand.
Yeah, this one's fucked too, Armand.
It could blow the whole thing wide open.
The Higgs hypothesis?
Oh my God.
Yes, the HH.
Yes.
I'll save it for the show though.
All right.
It's some breakthrough shit that probably shouldn't be saved for the pre-show.
The Higgs boson.
Higgs boson. There you go.
Yes.
I like it.
You only wish.
Oh my
Team
God.
Armand.
Lyra
Hey,
Shines
all right.
in the chat
I'm
says
1-1 now.
hey, Everett, a week or so ago, my dog got sick and had the tar shits. Flash me back to your very detailed explanation of
Yeah,
yours.
boy.
Let's not get into that again. Oh,
No, I just thought that was funny that her dog shit and reminded her
Yes,
of me.
of you. Yeah. Stepping in it probably reminded
add
you.
that to my list. If somebody's dog shitting reminded them of me.
Right. She walked in it and it reminded her of our show.
It got between her toes, and she's like, I wish I had a foot doctor.
You still use Slack?
Slack? No,
I don't
not
treat
often.
that syndrome.
I mean, I have it, but what do you use Slack for?
I don't. It's just on my computer still, and I was going to delete it later.
Wow.
All right, we'll start showing in about 2
Yeah,
minutes.
say let's do it. We're ready. We've been live for about 8 hours.
Yeah, cue
How
the guy
long
with
we
the
been,
fake English
How long have we been
accent.
live?
What?
How long have we been live?
8 hours.
Give me that shit.
I don't know.
I'll know in just a second.
Who was first today?
I was.
So it's weird. Today's first was backwards. So
Oh.
Soapworthy Productions comes in and says second as first, and then Marissa comes in second and says first.
Ooh, I don't know. I guess she's.
I don't know. It's
I don't know if she would be
Soapworthy's
third
first
then,
was
wouldn't
second.
she? Yeah.
No, what he did was he was like, I don't want to be fucking first. I'm not here for that. I'll take second. I'm here for the show.
Oh, we got a voicemail from your maternal parent.
Oh, no.
I wonder what that's going to be.
Do we know this person?
I mean, I know who my parents are.
I know my maternal parent.
Maternal. Yeah, your father, your paternal parent is always questionable.
Hey, will you get that door for me? Eric didn't close it on his way back in, I guess.
It's probably somebody else.
Yeah, the last person came in.
I would think.
Anyway, you about ready?
Of course I'm ready.
All right.
I got to find that intro real quick. Hang on.
Oh, the doc.
Yep.
There was very little in the intro. It's more or less the outro.
That's fair. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Roll it.
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Hold on, we gotta stop.
Honestly,
Why?
There's no card in the machine.
Does that mean it doesn't record?
Yes. And I'm not doing I've missed 2 other shows in a row.
Oh,
Both of the Joker Smoker Toker shows. I've started the show without
well, that's no great loss.
yeah.
Sorry.
Vic Romero, you are not first. Sorry about this false start, everybody. We almost got
Anybody
all the
can
way
claim
through
to be first.
start, party snap,
All start, Ev fence,
10-minute penalty.
3 punch to the ball, penalty. I'm gonna blindly try to stick it in the hole till I go,
Just, push it till you hit it. Just get ready.
it's stuck in there now.
There it is.
Get the G spot.
All right, you guys ready to try this again?
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
Please
Okay.
do.
Recording. 3, 2, 1 to the show. 3, 2.
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible.
Disclaimer, we reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true.
You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Now your hosts, Eric and Everett.
Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal, a lineupmedia.fm production, and we are back.
Once again,
Are we
another
not?
week.
Were we ever gone?
Well, I mean, we've taken some leave of absences, but I wouldn't say
I was
gone.
gonna say, man, we're still not back to the point where you could call us regular yet.
Maybe.
We missed enough weeks, every other weeks for a while that we've only did
know.
like 3 weeks in a row now. You can't call us regular again yet.
Yeah, you were rather
trying.
irregular. Yes.
I've been doing good for the last couple of weeks. I had a
good.
kind of a bad morning. We won't get into that, but
Yes.
it wasn't super bad today.
Tari,
I'm here. No, it wasn't. So it was just more stomach pain than anything.
you know what I should have did before the show?
What's that?
I should have blew my nose.
Blown.
I'll do it now.
That's
That
better.
was not what I had in mind. It was not at all what I had in mind. So what are we talking about today, folks?
We are talking about alien abductions. Have you ever been abducted?
Not by an alien.
Armand, have you ever been abducted?
I've never been abducted or adducted. No.
Abducted.
What's abducted?
I said abducted.
No, I haven't been either.
No?
You know the difference. This is abduction. This is adduction. You know that.
No, I don't know what
Anatomically-
adduction is.
Anatomically is moving a limb toward the midline. Abduction is
Why the
moving.
fuck would I know that?
Well, just
Yeah, don't kill the messenger. Learn something for once.
for your elucidation. That's all.
For your own enjoyment.
I've already gotten one fuck you today. I didn't even said anything yet.
Fuck you, there's two.
Yeah, there's another, and I'm sure there are more on the way. But
I'm sure there are. Man, I get fuck yous while I sleep, so don't worry.
yeah, but
Get used to it.
you're Everett.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, you get a lot of fuck yous.
Well, you have tarry shit.
That's very
What do you
true.
expect to get?
That's true. Look in the dictionary. What
My
it
shit is
means
nice
to
and
be
supple.
an Everett.
I have a fine consistency shit. Today was a good one.
Right, it went really weird just now, so
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. This
let's
show
get
is.
back to
Anyway,
aliens
back to
and
abduction.
away from
Sorry.
poop.
We'll get to the poop shoot later, but
Wow.
Well, I mean, apparently there is. I didn't know this.
Didn't know
It
what?
doesn't actually. Well, you actually have a little bullet point here about
See?
anal probes.
what jumped out to
I
you?
didn't know that.
Told you the bullet points work.
Is that?
All I'm gonna say.
Well, you could have put anal probe in like 2-point font and hit it in the middle of the third page in a random paragraph.
He'd have picked out anal.
He'd have picked out anal.
It does.
Right.
It is rather prominent, though.
Hold on.
What's that got to do with abductions?
What, bullet points? That has
No,
nothing to do
anal
with abductions.
probes.
That's just about making your
You
doctor.
never
look
heard that
better.
before?
It says,
Alien
of
pro-
course.
Of course, because anal probes are often synonymous with an anal or
You get abducted,
an
you
alien
get probed.
abduction.
Right or wrong?
I don't know. I never heard that.
You've
before.
never heard
I
of
didn't
that?
know that.
Armand, of course you've heard
Well,
that.
that's why we're doing a show to bring
Okay.
bring knowledge to light. Well,
Yeah,
now you know.
let's hear it. I don't know. Okay. Then.
Well, we'll get to that, but we
I
might as
have
well hit
s-
my theory I had about anal probes.
All right.
I'm relatively convinced that they may think the anus is another vagina. Because as we all know, a lot of abductions have details of checking out the female reproductive system, probing into the middle of the body, what if they think that they can't get it through their heads?
So are these? So you're implying that these people get abducted as more or less a specimen for alien?
Well, we'll get to
sort
it.
of
One of the commonalities you'll
vivisection
see
kind of thing?
that people say in their abduction experiences is a forced medical exam.
Yeah, I can't believe
I
it's
hadn't heard
crazy.
that.
You've never
Armand
heard
is
that.
let's just
I'm
start at the
rather
beginning.
skeptical about this.
Well, let's start with what I would say to be not the first alien abduction, but the most famous, and I would call the first modern alien abduction tale, the one that all tales kind of stem from.
Yeah,
Would you
brought
call
to
it the
main-
most feasible or
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
believable
I wouldn't.
alien?
It's
I don't even know if
it's
that
not
what
unlike.
constitutes.
It's not even unlike any other alien abduction you've ever heard of.
Okay.
But it's the first with this basic story.
Okay.
So the story goes, this is the story of Betty and Barney Hill, a interracial interracial couple.
Oh, really?
Late 50s, early 60s. This happened in 1961. They were from New Hampshire. So story goes, they were on the last day of a 3-day trip, and they were getting ready to head home. On the way home, they stop at a diner, have a couple cups of coffee to kind of,
Sure.
get ready for the ride.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
waffles,
They leave,
Chili
and
Mac.
on the ride home, they both notice a strange light behind them in the sky.
Betty
at first
and
they
Barney.
thought, at first, mostly it was Barney trying to rationalize it, right? Because he's not, apparently he wasn't the type to ever believe in anything alien-like or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's trying to rationalize it. It's an airplane. It's a meteor. And
It's
she's like,
behind them.
it's behind them in the mirror. And eventually they notice it's making turns and following them, and it gets closer. And she's like, if you're trying to delude yourself into thinking this is something, like a airplane or something like that, you're delusional. So
She shot him down immediately.
yeah, eventually,
How do we know all these details?
these people lived. They were only abducted for about 2 hours.
Okay. So they documented all this.
Well, no, it gets interesting. So
Okay.
long story short, the aliens do abduct them. They get put back and they drive home, but they notice they're missing 2 hours. So eventually they get to the point where they contact the authorities about their experience. They end up coming up with some Navy investigators who use hypnosis to try to bring the tale back.
Wow.
And some of the things they picked up out of the hypnosis is the first accounting that we believe of gray aliens, which are your classic big-headed with the
Big eyes,
shaped head,
small
big black
bodies.
eyes.
Got it. Yeah.
Very
The
pale.
prototypical alien that we all.
And that's why I think this is one of the most important ones, because grays were really never seen or talked about before this accounting of the hills.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty through my research any which way.
Because I'm pretty sure we've talked about him on another show where they, like Hitler had, I feel like that those grays weren't just from there. Like I don't think they originated there.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing.
The Betty
like,
and Barney Hill incident?
Yeah.
I don't think they were around before that.
Well, at least as far as people's accounts of being abducted.
So
these are
you're
the
saying
first
this
ones.
is the first documented abduction, though, in 1961?
Not the first documented abduction. There was a few documented abductions before that.
Okay.
But this is the first one that matches the majority of it. So almost it's the prototypical tale. You're driving down the dark road, the light from behind, your car gets stopped, you get, either sucked up. In their case, they were put unconscious. They were, taken into a craft roughly the size of a house, a spinning or a silver disc-shaped object about the width of a house is what she recalled out of hypnosis. They were taken up into the craft. They were deposited 35 miles down the road whenever they woke up.
and they lost 2 hours?
They lost 2 hours.
So they were going about 17 and a half miles per hour.
Right. She recalls being led into an examination room where
Sounds like idle speed to me.
Yes. It's like Joker,
I
smoker,
missed
toker speed.
I just missed your joke there. My bad, Armand. It was pretty good.
Did I make a joke?
Well, your
I didn't
math
know.
joke. It was like, oh, they were going 17 miles. That's a joke because
Yes,
they were.
I was right.
Isn't that a joke?
Well, it was risible.
Not funny, but that was okay.
I was leviting.
Any which way, it matches the prototypical story. She
Okay.
says she recalls a
When you say that,
medical
now how
exam.
many stories? Okay, how many would you? These are
Fucking
legion. then?
thousands.
Okay, and they're all pretty much like this.
Pretty
This is-
much. I
okay.
mean, one way or
Most
the
of
other. Some of them happen.
Yeah,
You might be pulled out of your house, but this is just a really common theme.
Okay, right,
Pulled
got
off
it.
on the side of the road. If you ever
And
watched
the
Unsolved
description
Mysteries,
of the alien's appearance is also
right? Short, 4 to 5 foot tall, gray skinned.
Do they have? I'm always thinking like these little stick-like
stick-like
appendages.
appendages, long
Right.
fingers? you
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right. With maybe suction cups on the end or something. Does that?
Well, just bulbous tips. But I don't think I've seen that.
Yes.
Hey, Fire in the Sky. There was another movie that's actually based on. I'm not going to say a true story, but an actual accounting of a person. Somebody
Well,
talked
Close
about that.
Encounters. I think that's what the aliens looked like, right? Didn't they have little tiny, little big heads?
I don't remember
Is
what
that
the
a
aliens
call?
look like in Close Encounters.
Of course, that might have been the
It's been a few
director's
years.
cut. I'm not sure.
Been a few years.
Remember the aliens from what was that movie with they were small little flying things? Batteries not included?
No. Yeah, it was batteries not
Batteries not
included.
included?
Yeah.
Is that what they look like?
Jessica Tandy.
The
Yeah,
aliens?
they were little fucking mechanical things.
Well,
yeah.
those were the baby ones. They had bigger ones too.
Did they?
Yeah, there's the small ones and the big
Gosh, I
ones.
haven't seen that
But
movie.
they have legs and arms,
25
right?
years.
No, not
in this
those
one.
ones. They were
No,
flying
not these,
saucers.
but these gray aliens.
Oh yeah, the
right?
gray aliens had.
Yeah.
The Zeta or the reticuli, Zeta reticuli. The
Zeta
Zetas?
reticuli?
That's where they're from.
What?
The,
really?
The Greys.
No.
The Zetas.
The Zeta. It depends on where you look at, because they say the Greys are from Zeta Reticuli, but there's
the hell do they know
a million
that?
different theories.
They
dude.
just say, dude.
There's no like common.
Stop busting balls here, Armand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. They
no-
actually know where these.
They heard
they're
it in
from.
fucking
It's
Dolce
like, hey, by
base.
the way, when you
right,
get back down
right.
there, let them know.
Yeah.
There's Zeta Reticuli, about
Right,
5 light years
from a
that way.
Small Magellanic Cloud.
Tell them to visit.
Well, the Zetas are supposed to be a part of Dolce Base, part of Area 51.
Oh,
So, I mean,
right.
there's accounties of them more than just this.
okay.
Let's see, anything else here is worth coming out of that one.
So,
Her dress was ripped.
so did the police believe this after this evidence, or they're lending this credence?
No.
No.
Well,
mean-
the general feeling is after psychiatrists have talked to them,
Yeah, that's-
that they
that's a good
believe their
idea.
story.
That's the first place I'd send them. Yeah.
They've passed polygraphs. They've talked to psychiatrists who genuinely believe that they believe this.
Right. Okay.
But what they think happens is it was a dream of the woman, and the man believed it so much he more or less absorbed the story, and it became true for him too.
Okay.
Which I'm sure you've heard of that as a thing where people,
Little mass hysteria. or
exactly
something.
right, and that's what a lot of people think this shit is mass hysteria.
Yes, I'm one of them.
All right.
Really?
Betty's dress was ripped.
You don't believe in aliens, Armand?
I don't know about. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But abductions, where they pick you up, take you on a
Yeah,
trip,
yeah.
and bring you back. That's kind of
No, I bet the government allows them so
That's
many
pushing
abductions
it.
a year.
why.
Because they give us free technology.
Well, I wish they would, but that'd be great. But I don't know this one. I think flat Earth is more practical than this one. In fact, even global warming is more believable.
Oh
than
my
this.
gosh, Armand.
Yeah, and I never thought I'd say that, but
Jeez Louise.
I'm really
it wasn't the
skeptical
Navy.
about this one.
It was the Air Force. You reported it to. I'm going through the story again, but yeah, same pretty much everything else.
Well, what do
here.
you think? You believe this? You think they were abducted by aliens?
I honestly don't know. I doubt it. I mean,
Okay,
I sincerely doubt it.
I
But
wasn't there, but I don't think they were.
Betty and Barney were on this show. I
Now-
know you'd give them a good grilling, like you did to, flat
That
Earth.
had no. That's because that was bullshit.
Well, and you don't think this is?
I don't know. It depends. If these people start telling me that physics are religion and gravity are religion, then yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell them too. You're dumb.
We were being chased by this light. It tore my wife's dress. We lost 2 hours. But now, do they know where they went? Can they account for the 2 hours where they were gone?
They were-
They got probed.
yeah, they were just on the ship.
Oh, so they didn't see like.
Yeah, they don't know where they traveled.
Earth
or
from-
anything.
yeah.
There was, hold on,
They
there
could have
was,
told us that the Earth was flat. If they were really, out there.
hold on, there was a good quote where she had asked the aliens a question about where they were at.
Oh, really?
Later, alone with the leader, Betty asked where the craft had flown, admitting she knew little of the universe.
Good question,
The
yeah.
being joked with her, saying, "If you don't know where you are, there wouldn't be any point in telling you where I am." So he's like, "If you don't know the
Wow.
fucking universe, I can tell you you're at 7-Eleven, you would know the difference, lady."
Right.
So I thought that was kind of a funny
Oh, a
little
very
thing.
wise alien, yeah.
And this article here about this again goes on to say this is the model for alien abductions. Almost all stories that come past this bear something, some similarities with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I think
All
this
right.
was the one that kicked it all off. The Betty and Barney Hill. That's what kicked off the whole craze with, I got abducted by an alien, saw lights in the sky, because these guys came out with it.
Okay.
So
Because this was significantly, Area 51, that was supposed to happen in what, the 40s, 48, 49?
49.
Yeah. So this is, you would think that would start, would start in the 50s.
right there you go, bam, Area 51 and 49, Grays.
I bet Nick would
Are
probably
they the
have,
Greys though?
I don't think they weren't the Grays. They were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everything we've ever saw about Area 51 has had
Right,
the
we're gonna have to
fucking
double
big
check on that.
heads.
I think you're thinking
with the big eyes. I'm not thinking Independence Day.
no.
Oh, okay.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Men in Black had all kinds of weird aliens. So
Yeah, but there was the Tommy Lee Jones story at the beginning where they met the aliens. He hands the one the flowers.
Oh yeah.
we
I
have met the
remember that.
aliens, and they are us.
What's that from? That's a good
That's,
quote.
wasn't that from Pogo? We have met the enemy, and they are
Oh, yeah,
us.
yeah. That was like
But
the
the
aliens.
actual quote is Oliver Hazard Perry. We have met the enemy, and they are ours.
They are ours.
Yes, the Battle of Lake Ontario, I believe.
So
War of the 1812.
here's the next little part I have in my sheet.
Battle of
I
Lake Erie.
I
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to talk
Lake
today.
Erie. Okay.
It's about children as abductees and how they're much more reliable as abductees than adults.
You mean like reliable as a source of?
Right.
An
And
eyewitness.
Let me explain. Let me read
Yeah.
through, and this is Wikipedia. I know you all love Wikipedia and what comes off of, but reading through this today, it made so much sense to me, and it's probably 7 or 8 paragraphs. I'm going to read through them. If you don't like it, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Although abduction and other UFO-related reports are usually made by adults, sometimes younger children report similar experiences. These child reports often feature very specific details in common with reports of abduction made by adults. including the circumstances, narratives, entities, and aftermaths of the alleged occurrences. Often, these young abductees have family members who have reported having abduction experiences. So right there, you would think that they're probably just hearing something from family.
You're right.
But going on, family involvement in the military or residence near a military base is almost common, or is common amongst child abductee claimants. Which that kind of puts more towards the other side, where people who work on military bases report more often than not. But Deborah Trunkale, a pro-abduction researcher, believes that the reports made by children should be taken similarly seriously to those made by adults. She notes several characteristic behaviors of children, fictionalizing stories such as pausing to think, attempting to anticipate the reaction of the listener, or trying to fake convincing eye contact. That's for that's where they're just trying to make stories up normally. But whenever they do child abduction claimants, they lack these mannerisms. Instead, she says they can be described as generally more animated than children making up and speaking quickly, because they're not making up and speaking quickly.
Right.
They can recall an account without the behavior that involves like storytelling. You know what I mean? They're just giving more facts of it rather than making it up as a story.
Yeah, so you can tell when a kid's lying and a kid isn't lying just based on their body language and how they're speaking. Yeah.
Some pro-abduction researchers argue that children do not include the image of the gray type alien as part of their image bank, and consequently their reports are not likely derived from the cultural depictions of UFO-related phenomena. That's a big thing right there.
That's huge.
Because they're not
just
exposed.
repeating something that they saw in a comic book or in the news or whatever.
But Everett, what if their parents? You said a lot of them are their parents have been
Right, you
abducted
can
too.
almost automatically. In fact, you should automatically remove them from contention.
Exactly. Well, think about it. You should, but think about it. Like, sorry, I was abducted last night. The dad's telling the kids, crazy fucking story. They believe him. Why didn't you not believe your dad or your mom that said when they got abducted?
Completely with you.
And
that's what I'm saying. You should completely discount them if they have a parent who said they have. Now, it could be aliens coming back for a second generation research. You know what I mean? We saw the parents, now let's see the children. I think it's more like you think. And I'm not saying that if there is any real abductions, that the children and the parents aren't being abducted, but I think it's more likely that most of them will be lies.
That's exactly what you're saying.
What do you mean?
You said I'm not saying that they're...
No, I'm saying that some abductions might happen. I'm not saying they're all fake.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that most of them, if you're reporting them from a child who has a parent who is abducted, I would say generally you're going to be safe saying that it was just a copycat.
I would think so. I mean, as much as the kid wants to believe it, and that's another thing you said, like these kids literally believe what they're telling you. They're not trying to make something up. That's because they've heard that story 10 or 15 times.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this goes on to say Bud Hopkins once investigated, and this guy's Bud Hopkins is all over alien abduction research. You'll see his name everywhere.
Bud,
B-U-D-D. Once investigated several mask and novelty stores for a commercially produced gray alien costume for children, but could not find one. He feels that this supports the hypothesis that children are not familiar with grays. John Carpenter, I guess he's another researcher, could be the movie maker, but also believes that young children are not contaminated with cultural images of grays. He reports that a fellow investigator who is a school teacher requested her children to draw an alien, and that none of them drew a gray-like being.
really?
So that's kind of interesting.
I wonder if it's like you said, they haven't been exposed to that sort of like the pictures, the imagery of the gray aliens, or if it's just that it's not the grays.
It's just in the standard that in child culture that most children are not exposed to it. So if they're giving you an accounting of it, it's reasonable that's why none of them mostly see grays, and the ones that do probably have an exposure to it.
Well, from our aliens episode, there's about 1 million different types of fucking aliens.
Right.
So maybe it's just not the grays that are abducting them.
Children seem to react to their alleged abduction experiences differently from adult claimants. Many alleged adult experiencers report doubting their sanity or the veracity of what they believed happened to them. So like I don't believe this happened to me. I just can't wrap my mind around it. But children, it says by contrast, never seem to doubt their experiences happened to them. For an adult, an abduction experience can challenge much of what they believe about the world. Children, however, by virtue of being in a formative stage of development, more readily assimilate the experience in the developing worldview.
You think they abducted children prepubescent so that they can study the reproductive system before puberty? Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't.
I mean,
if that's your thing, if that's what you're here for, you'd want to see every version of it.
I would think.
Pre-use, during use, post-use.
Wouldn't they abduct corpses too?
And pregnant women.
Ooh, I don't know why they wouldn't be abducting the shit out of corpses.
They probably want to study what a
And
dead...
if they're so medically inclined, why won't they reanimate a corpse to check it out? You know what I mean?
They should. They probably got the tag.
Let's see. It says many repeat abductees report that as children from the ages 2 to 6, they would be visited by balls of light that would enter the room at night. Okay, so this is the common ground for children 2 to 6. They would be visited by balls of light that would enter their room at night. These balls would seem to play games with children and fly around the room.
That's what she said.
Some have interpreted them as being a way for the alleged abductees to develop their psychic abilities the way a physical ball helps develop coordination and athletic abilities. That makes sense. As such, these intangible orbs have been dubbed psychic toys. Although these phantasms are alleged to have appeared regularly, no corroborating science from members of abductees' families or others that may have been expected to see them have been reported. A little bit more here. So UFO and abduction researcher Bud Hopkins has designed an image recognition test known as the Hopkins Image Recognition Test for children that he claims is helpful in verifying legitimate occurrences of alien abduction.
What are this guys? Do we have qualifications for this guy to be? Is he speaking?
I don't know what you need to be qualified to be.
Well, basically, in this type of thing where there's no way you can be schooled on it, it's all experience. It's just thought power. Have you found logic in what you're doing?
You say experience, I say hearsay. Either or.
Well, he's probably just
by the experience of researching abduction. That's the only.
Yeah, he's probably just sought out people, put out an ad somewhere. Have you seen an alien? And done interviews with people and come to certain conclusions.
Eric's doubting his credentials here, but it's the same thing as saying we have
experience.
Has any.
Same thing. What?
It's. I'd say he's more legit than we ever could hope to be. If you go around,
if he's talked to a bunch of people that claim it, I'm not saying he's not legit.
No, it just sounds like
you need to
cataloging a number of paranoics. To me, yeah.
Again, a lot of people think that as well.
Yes, right.
But going on here, it says there are 10 different illustrated flashcards in the HIRT, 9 of which depict images from myth, from the real world, and from popular culture. The 10th image is the gray type entity commonly associated with claims of abduction. These images are drawn simply in black and white, featuring characters drawn in what Hopkins calls a neutral and inexpressive fashion. This is supposed to be a preventative measure intended to keep the images from affecting the child's responses on an emotional basis.
You know, that to me is actually contradictory to me, because I would think if you're going to give this credence, I'm going to go 1,000 to 1 that maybe there is an alien race that is interested in us to the point where they every once in a while come and abduct someone, do some experiments, and bring them back. But when you say, well, there's thousands of different aliens, that
different
to me
types.
Is right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I'd rather just go with there's one gray alien type that just has this, for whatever reason, this interest in humanity, and they come visit us, and they're the ones that do it. That to me makes more sense, and that's stretching
so
it.
one species of alien.
Thousands of different aliens. The kids saw the little balls.
Sure.
These guys saw the 8-headed Hydra, and these guys.
Right,
it makes more sense that they're just we saw these guys. They picked us up. Same guys that got you. Yeah.
I mean, that makes better sense, but
doesn't that make more sense to you? I mean, if you buy this,
I'm not saying it doesn't.
So I'm not sure that by the children not seeing the same gray aliens actually corroborates and makes it more feasible.
That's much more feasible. I'd say that if you can get to the point where you believe that there might be an alien species visiting us,
just one.
It's not hard to take that next step to think there's several.
But you're assuming that the grays can't turn into that ball of light. That could be the same thing.
Why would they do that?
Or that the ball of light is actually physical in the first place, and not just a telepathic projection, so to speak.
So your counter argument is that the light may still be the gray aliens. Just
I'm
in
saying
a
we don't know.
form.
We can't assume that. You know what I mean?
I'm not
just can't
assuming anything. I'm assuming it's
that.
all bullshit. But
right.
I'm just saying it makes more sense to me that they're it's just a coincidence. They're all gray aliens. Well, maybe the gray aliens are the aliens that actually want to find out about us.
Are you racist against gray aliens, Armand?
No.
So are you sure?
Yeah.
They're alien anthropologists, kind of. I mean, they come in. They're like Jane Goodall, is what you're kind of saying.
Well, more like who's that? Diane Fossey or the other one.
There you go. Yeah.
I always forget the third one, the trimates. There were 3 of them. One's orangutans. Right. The one I always forget. Diane Fossey's gorillas. Jane Goodall is chimpanzees, right? But there's one that's orangutans too.
I don't remember who the orangutan was.
Yeah, Louis Leakey called them his trimates.
Huh.
What's her name?
All right, well, during the second phase of this test, the administrator asked each child to separate the flashcards into 2 piles. One pile for those depicting the characters they like, and one for the ones they don't. As they divide up the cards, the administrator asked for the child to explain the reasons why they liked or disliked the characters on the cards. He says the abduction candidate children usually file the alien head under the dislike category for the reasons we've come to expect. By contrast, the control group of children, the children that had no experience, often file the alien head under the like category because they had no reason to dislike something they didn't recognize. It's kind of a push there. So they're showing it to 2 groups.
Yeah.
One had no alien abduction report, and they put it in the like pile because they'd never seen it before, he posits. And the abductee children all chose to put it in the dislike file because they have had experience with it. Kind of a stretch there, in my opinion.
That makes sense to you? I don't know about that one either.
I mean, it makes sense what he's trying to go for, but it doesn't seem like the logic's completely there to me.
I don't get that one.
Stage 3 involves more active participation on the part of the children. The administrator will ask the child to make up a story about an imaginary encounter with the character depicted on it. This usually acts as a trigger for reporting an abduction account and potential abductees if earlier tests had not elicited an explicit account of this type. But there is some criticism on this, obviously.
I would imagine there would be, yes.
It was criticized by researcher David Gottlieb, who felt Hopkins' use of terminology in describing the test implied it had been evaluated and standardized in a scientifically rigorous way, when in fact it had not. Hopkins withdrew the offending statements and terminology, and then later psychologist Richard Boylan raised a similar objection to the way Hopkins had hyped the test. Boylan also voiced criticism of the test, noting that the gray face was the only anomalous figure in the set, and that a spooky narrative in response to an image was to be expected. This, he said, was obvious, but not probative.
Probative.
Prohibitive, right?
Probative.
Probative.
Yeah, it means like
truthful.
trying to prove it. Yeah,
Yes,
or
truthful.
in
Probity is truthfulness. Yeah.
Anal probe.
Probative. That's a good word.
So
Probing again.
Yeah, there it is.
Doing your probing.
I kind of agree with that guy. If the only thing that's weird and out of
Yeah.
out of what kids would see is the alien head, of course they're going to pick that. It's something they've never seen before. So.
That is not what I would call a scientifically rigorous.
But what do you
study.
guys think about this in general? Just the fact that children may be a little bit more.
I don't see how that makes any sense.
What, they're not more susceptible to, like, I don't know, or maybe their psychic abilities are easier to tell if they have them. Maybe they're, it's not the reproductive system. I mean,
I think they're more prone to.
It's funny you should say psychic abilities,
hallucination.
because one thing I know or had read about in commonalities of accounts is that aliens, and this is going to sound like an absurd statement, stay with me, tend to pick people who have special supernatural abilities or who have experienced supernatural events in the past. People with psychic abilities, people with any kind of specialized abilities, there's the ones they pick.
See, doesn't that indicate to you then that they're screwballs more? I mean, it was like, that to
Yeah,
me,
but
that
I'm
means-
trying to keep an open
these
mind
people
here.
are nuts to begin with.
Trying to go down the narrative here and keep an open mind, Armand.
Because I don't know. Has anybody ever proved? Speaking of which, I don't want to divert too much, but I mean those Zener cards and all that. Have they ever proven anybody has psychic ability? That
No.
I think
I've
you'd have
never
heard of
seen
that.
any.
I think you'd have heard of that if they
Right.
think
Well, I'm
this
assuming
guy
you
is
guys
a
did a
legit
show
psychic.
on it.
I don't know if we've done psychic.
There's been no proof of any kind of extrasensory type
Right.
of abilities.
Because I want to
so-
see that.
Men who
If
stare
that-
at goats.
Yeah, cloud bursting and all that.
Yeah. But they use those Zener cards. How do they pronounce that?
I
Zener.
have no clue, man. I don't even
You know what I'm
the word.
talking about?
No,
Well,
I
they
don't.
have like a diamond. They have a shape on them or whatever. And they have
Oh,
to,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they-
like
they're
in
called-
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Zener cards, I believe.
Kind of like a
And
work
they-
check.
I don't think they've ever proven anybody that got them. Has
It's like you go triangle,
right, exactly,
square,
without seeing them,
truck.
obviously.
right? It's
Yeah.
fucking first Star Wars movie where they
Oh,
did the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing to Anakin.
Yeah, Testis midichlorians.
Yeah, because apparently psychic ability is part of Jedi powers.
It is.
I don't know.
I
I
bet they see a lot of aliens. Yeah.
Most of them are
Jedi
aliens. Most of the Jedi are
he
aliens.
sees a lot more than you would.
I mean, what do you call an alien when you're in a universe like that, though? You know what I mean? Where everybody's interacting all the same. Like, what's an alien? If you're on Coruscant, everybody's a fucking alien.
well, alien is a relative term.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Yeah. So I mean, everybody's an alien.
But along with the aliens choosing people with kind of specialized
Non-citizen is an alien.
special abilities, they say that they come back with heightened. Those abilities are now heightened. Is one.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hit him with the fucking.
Armand's like, oh, okay, all right,
Sure.
I'm out.
That makes just as much sense.
See you guys on
Sure.
the social show.
Since the ability doesn't exist to begin with, yeah, I could imagine it'd be heightened. Yeah.
The alien did.
What are the listeners saying about that? Anybody believe this stuff?
I don't know.
I can't read it. I wish I could
so
read.
you guys buy this shit?
Yeah. What do our listeners think about me? We have a pretty intelligent group here.
It happens. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. None of them are. Here you go. Makes sense. Bunch of pedos in alien costumes. Okay.
Who was
be.
that? That's
That's
great.
Soapworthy Productions, and I'm not discounting that claim.
Ooh, well,
Totally
not quite
could
as
be.
dismissive as
No, it totally could be.
Shit. Wrong button.
pedos.
Bunch of pedos in alien costumes. Jesus. That's the best explanation for
yeah.
aliens I've heard in a while.
That's entirely feasible to me.
So Eric found this cool link. I thought was neat. Going along again with the whole commonalities between alien abduction survivors.
right.
The first one on the list is the regularly. Why am I having trouble with that?
Regularly. Well,
Thank
because
you,
you're never
Armand.
regular. That's your problem.
But I'm ting. Hold on. Where's
Yeah,
that?
I hit it.
Yeah, there
Thank
we
you.
go.
Better
Regularly
wonk, wonk, wonk.
experiencing sleep paralysis and hallucinations when awaking.
Yeah,
guys ever
that
have
makes
that?
sense. Yeah.
I know. I've never had sleep paralysis.
Neither have I. From what I-
Hallucinations? I've had those.
Your night voices.
without any kind of chemical inducing.
Oh, no. I've never had hallucinations.
So you've never had non-chemical induced hallucination. Okay. What about you, Armand?
No.
Wait a minute. I stayed up for like a day and a half one time, and I felt real weird and just like thought
Yeah.
that I was seeing stuff, but then you just had to go to sleep. And
I was so
away.
sick once. I think I was delirious. You know, I was seeing.
There's a difference between being a little delirious and having hallucinations, though.
No, I don't know.
Tendency to recall false memories. I guess that makes
Figures.
sense.
Yeah.
High levels of absorption. It says alien abductees who also score significantly higher on most people on the mental characteristic known as absorption. Okay, so it's basically comprehension. and pulling in your data.
Yeah, right. I get it.
So
Okay.
that's interesting. So whenever you get abducted, now you retain and pick information quicker.
Really?
New Age beliefs is a commonality.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah.
I guess once you get abducted and you're kind of enlightened.
I bet Yoko Ono's seen a few of these. She's been abducted a few times.
Every time on YouTube when I run across a vintage video of like a John Lennon and Yoko Ono performance with whoever, she's just so awkward. She stands there emotionless on her face, tapping her drum, and then every now and then she'll bend down to because she has her like a hand bongo. She's down playing it on her side, and then she'll bend down to the microphone, and then back to the fucking. I know it's off topic, but every time it always is so off. I'm like I'm enjoying John Lennon and whatever he's doing, and then here comes fucking
Yoko Ono.
Yeah, man.
But she did sleep with Hillary Clinton.
I believe it.
That's what she says.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she said that for sure.
I don't buy it.
Nope, she
You don't
did
buy
it.
that?
It's true.
You buy this, but you don't buy that.
I find it more likely aliens have abducted people than Yoko Ono slept with Hillary
Can
Clinton.
you
ever hear
imagine
folks-
that?
This was in the
folks-
60s.
Yeah, that's
I
69
don't
or something.
care. I sincerely doubt Yoko Ono and Hillary Clinton ever had a sexual rendezvous. I find it more plausible that fucking Dave Smith down on the farm got picked up while
Barney
planting his
and,
pot plants
Barney
in
and
the middle
Betty
of the
got
night.
picked up and
Do you guys remember
dropped off.
Cheech and Chong's next movie?
Yes, I think I do.
I don't think I've seen
They
the
kind of
next
blur.
movie.
I've seen them all. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they all
I've
kind of
seen
blur.
it,
But
yeah.
this is the one where they're living in a neighborhood. At the beginning of the movie, they go fucking steal the gas from the truck and then they put it in their Thunderbird and then it blows up. Any which way, Cheech has a chance to get a date with this chick, right? So he's got to get Chong out of the house. But the problem is Cheech's cousin's coming over from the country.
You know my Dave?
No, it was
Dave's not here,
Red.
man.
It was Red was his cousin's name.
Oh.
Anyway, it's played by Cheech as well. He shows up, takes Chong off. They go on an adventure throughout the city. Cheech has his own thing. But at the end of the movie, they're running from the cops. Red, played by Cheech and Chong, are going towards Red's farm in the country, and they fucking drive through the fields, heading towards his pot fields. He's got all booby trapped with fireworks. Anyway, they get the cops to fall down in the fireworks, and the fireworks start going off. But out of nowhere, a fucking flying saucer, this isn't a Cheech and Chong movie, comes and abducts them.
Oh,
Really?
Sucks them right up out of this fucking car that they got, this red like convertible they stole. And they get back at the end of the movie and Chong's all dressed in this space type leather, you know, like biker, space biker.
Looks pleather.
And he's got this fucking vial of what he calls space cocaine. And they flash to the outside of the house after apparently Cheech has just tried a rail of the space cocaine. And he busts through the side of the house like, oh, is the end of the movie. It's pretty
I
funny.
can't come up with endings like that.
Cheech and Chong, man, they had it. They fucking had it.
I don't think
Well,
you
how about
smoke enough pot, Armand.
how about Life of Brian? Remember, he fell into that spaceship. Remember that?
No, I do not.
I don't
Monty
think I watched
Python.
that.
I know,
Life
I-
of Brian's hilarious.
I seen that movie 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I've got a story or an idea for a similar story that I want to write, but I just haven't been able to push myself to rewatch
yeah,
it.
they were chased. The Romans were chasing him. He fell off the parapet, and in this spaceship, he landed in a spaceship. They were holding their eyeballs in their hand.
What was Brian's
What?
relationship to God again?
Pardon me?
What was Brian's relationship to Jesus?
I don't
Cousin?
think he had one.
It wasn't nothing to do
No,
with.
they thought he was Jesus himself, but
okay.
I'm
It's-
not the
it's similar to my
Messiah.
story.
Piss off.
You remember that show, Real Monsters, where that guy held his
Yeah.
arm and he had armpit hair?
Chrome,
and he held his eyes?
Chrome.
Is that what his name? Chrome,
Chrome,
was? He
yeah.
had his eyes in his hands.
What movie is this?
It's a show.
Oh,
Cartoon.
sure.
Let's be
Real
fair.
Monsters.
But
Yeah,
that was
Can't
Life of
Spark.
Brian. They held their eyeballs in their hands.
Like this.
Kind of.
here. You
Except
can
these
see
two
more.
had to drive the spaceship too.
It's almost like a Jim Henson, what was it, Dark Crystal type universe, Labyrinth, that type of weird.
Well, it was. I think it was. What's his name? Gilliam. Terry Gilliam. I'm
Gilliam,
sure did
right.
the animation.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could pull your own eyeball out and look around the corner?
No,
I'm just saying, like, I think that
we're so far.
mobile
wrong.
eyeballs
If you
would be
bend
good.
your dick and piss around the corner, that'd be kind of fun.
Some people
Did you,
can.
did you know that
Armand.
the
I was gonna
Germans
say, I
had a
can
machine
do
gun
that.
that fired around corners?
Yeah, I seen it. It's so
Yeah.
dumb though.
Okay, it is kind of stupid for
You know what-
city fighting.
Like how hot your barrel will get, how quick that would get.
Well, they have the corner shot. You know what the corner shot is, right? So you just
It's
load,
like-
you load a pistol into it, and it's like a semi, and it fucking has a hinge right here in the middle, and I mean, and it's got a camera right here, camera on the front of it, so you can literally.
Yeah, I think they had a mirror on there.
Shoot
They had a
around the
mirror on there.
corner.
It was a grease gun, and they had a anyway. Okay, so
Anyway, going on with my list of commonalities here.
yeah,
A familiar area. I'm
this
just horrible
is a commonalities among people that have
who have been abducted,
who have
right?
claimed to have been abducted.
These are counting similarities.
Right.
A familiarity.
Familiarity.
What is wrong with my tongue? With the cultural narrative of alien abduction. So that makes pretty good sense.
Yeah. Right.
What a weird list. There was only five things, and they were all...
right. Now, if you had it right, wouldn't you think that if somebody that goes to the library and has read all these books and et cetera, and watches these movies, et cetera, I would think they'd be more prone to having
Well, it's
I'd
the
say
same
you
people
can-
who-
event.
It's like same people who watch a lot of vampire movies.
Right.
Eventually begin to believe they're a vampire. Want to
Yeah.
be a vampire
Yeah.
so fucking bad they start thinking they are. Start drinking blood.
people that watch Law and Order think they can go to court and represent themselves.
Like you. That's exactly what we're talking about, isn't it?
No,
That's what
I
you
did good today.
Yeah. Oh, you were in court today?
No, court. Back to the show.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you brought it up, fucker.
Yeah.
Like you always do this weird shit.
That's the same thing, though, right? Is it not? People that
give 'em
watch
your English
No,
accent?
let's go back to
people
what you're
that watch
talking about.
House think that they can diagnose people with
No, I don't think
diseases?
that's a thing.
I
I don't
do.
think anybody who's ever watched House.
House.
I do.
Yeah. Try to treat themselves
Somebody's
for diabetes.
blue on the floor. Check his asshole for a toothbrush or something. Let's go. Oh, why do we think of that?
Did you you guys don't watch Star Trek? Never watched Star Trek Next Generation?
I have some of it.
Some of it.
A couple of them.
There was an episode of that with alien abductions, which you'd think is weird, right? Because they exist in fucking hundreds of species.
Worse than alien. Yeah.
So they took it to the next level. People on the Enterprise were starting to show up with weird injuries. Like Worf had a fracture in his arm, right?
And he is an alien, technically, right? He's a Klingon.
He's a
right?
Klingon.
Yeah.
He went to the doctor. He was complaining of some pain in his arm.
Yeah.
Turns out he had his arm broke and surgically repaired, right? A couple other people had similar injuries that were fixed. They couldn't figure it out. People were, in the morning, they were waking up real tired, not knowing what's going on. So they fucking start giving them some drugs so they stay up in the middle of the night. Turns out they're getting abducted by interdimensional aliens who were doing almost the exact same fucking thing. They were taking them, doing medical procedures on them, checking them out. That's why they were having like broken arms. They were fixing and sending them back. Same exact thing.
Healing properties of the body and stuff, I assume.
It's pretty cool though. They did a similar exercise to like what the Air Force did, where they had like a hypnosis type of thing. They went into the holodeck though and used a group type of fucking exercise to rebuild the examination table. They're like, okay, the table's about 3 feet high. The other guys, no, that's a little too high. Bring it down a little. It had these arms on it. Yeah, but the arms were like this. But they ended up rebuilding pretty much the whole thing, and they're all like, oh my God, that's exactly it.
Really?
It was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, but and that kind of brings up a point to me that I think would be more plausible, and that's I think part of the ridiculousness of this. Okay, Barney and Betty are driving down this old country road up in New Hampshire, New England somewhere.
Sure.
And we see these lights behind us, and they're chasing us for a while, and eventually they catch up to us and grab us and get us on the ship or whatever, and we fly or whatever. It would be much more feasible to me. I mean, that to me defies physics that we know of. Just the distances involved, right? Lights. But if it's if they said, we actually just drove into this hole and we ended up on the other side of this hole, there was nothing, and except these aliens, there was totally foreign, and that's what they saw. And it's like, then you went a different dimension.
But maybe that's the only way their brains could comprehend it. You know what I mean? Like they have no clue what they're seeing. Maybe they did fucking flashed into a portal and it knocked them out, or it was too much for their brains.
Hours, right? Multiple
it was
hours.
too much for their brains to comprehend. You know what I mean? But apparently they did retain memories. If this in fact happened,
Yeah.
If the Air Force was able to hypnotize them and bring these memories back, they
Yeah,
did
but-
in fact form memories. They weren't just unconscious.
That's what I'm
They were
saying, though.
blocked.
Isn't that what they were saying, though? That they were chased? That's what they said.
That's what they're saying.
Which
Basically,
implies
they were
that these
chased.
things have to obey a certain law of physics because they're not instantaneously grabbing them and whisking them off to
Well, at least in
another
our,
dimension.
At least in our atmosphere, yeah. But I think reading through the story, I'm trying to remember. He got out of the car to take a look, then got really fucking spooked and took off in the car. And then they heard some sort of rumbling or something from their trunk. And
Did they stop again?
I believe the car just stopped at that point. They heard the rumbling or whatever it was from the trunk. And I'm having trouble
see all
believing.
that
I think
stuff.
at that point is where they lost
That
consciousness.
doesn't smack of reality to me. That just implies that there's a physical aspect to these. Whereas, the multiverse supposedly is right in front of us, but we just can't see it.
It's slightly out of phase.
Exactly. So if they had the
different
power
frequency
to jump dimensions, you'd just be gone like that.
Yeah.
Well, you're
they
assuming
could
that-
snatch you right out of this dimension.
Yeah, but you're assuming at this point that the theory of the multiverse is the correct one.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that would make more sense to me as far as being abducted.
Fair
that
enough,
would be
but
the
we
method of
we
abduction.
don't know shit about these aliens or their methods or about anything other than our exact in front of our face 3D physical reality. We have no clue
But
about
we have to.
multi-dimensional physical reality.
But I mean, okay, but if they don't, it kind of goes with our flat Earth buddies, his statements.
Sure.
If they don't obey the laws of physics as we do, why do they even have? They don't have to abduct us. You would think they could probe us without even touching us.
Possibly.
If physics doesn't matter to them.
mean, maybe.
Why would they have to abduct us? No, they could be right inside you, and you wouldn't even know it.
So
They're
what
like
you're saying
a
is why
neutrino
can't
or
they
something.
use a tricorder type device
Yeah.
and take a complete head
Body
to toe
scan.
body
and you
scan
never
of
even
you?
know it. Right. So they
Maybe
have
they-
to obey certain laws because they don't know everything. They have to go up your asshole to figure out how you reproduce or how you take a shit. Well, not in your
mean,
case, but
Look at it this way. There's only so much you can get by looking in a National Geographic. You know what I mean?
They got to
I'm
get the
just
real
saying,
thing.
They don't obey the laws of physics. They can go
did
inside you, literally.
Why the fuck did Jane Goodall go sit with the
Yeah, but we obey the
James
laws
Earl?
of physics. They don't. I mean,
How do you know that? We don't.
Well,
we have
they
an
don't
understanding
they
of
don't-
physics as we know. We don't have a grand unified theory yet. We can't. we can't take the quantum realm and the
But
the
it
macro
seems like they do
universe.
obey certain laws of physics. They have to visualize you by actually having you there.
I mean,
and
least for
exposing
that,
Maybe it's
themselves
just
to you.
better. Maybe it's just better probing when they can do it there.
Well, that's still that still means they don't have this what we would consider all power. What
Well, they're not gods.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we would
Assume-
think they're
assume-
almost gods.
assume
or
they're-
considered magic.
What if you
right?
think
Isn't
about it
that-
like this, Armand? They're like humans.
They're
who have-
evolved humans.
Well, yeah, you can think of them as
their
evolved humans.
technology is involved.
That's it. But maybe their technology isn't to the level where you expect it to be. You expect it to be one button and you have everything. But what if they're only a few hundred years ahead of us, barely have the tricorder as a passive scanning device, not even an active scanning
but
device.
I'm saying
yet.
if they obey the laws of physics, they cannot possibly come here and take. They can't travel faster than light speed of light.
Right,
Nothing can.
We know no way of interstellar travel. But you're, again, discounting the fact that maybe this alien civilization is hundreds of millions of years old.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe if they're from
they
another,
live for hundreds of
but if
millions
they're from
of years.
another dimension that doesn't obey those laws, and they can come and go in dimensions, I'm just saying that would be more. I didn't know what happened. I was just gone.
Sure.
And I just reappeared.
That'd be
but
plausible.
They get chased. There's lights, and I saw them playing with me. That
what
that
if they're- what if
implies that
they're-
they obey certain physical laws.
But what if they're not extra dimensional or interdimensional beings? They
Yeah.
live in our same physical dimension but have mastered wormholes. But and another thing about time is what? Relative.
Even that, though, doesn't imply that they're going to chase you down a road. That just means a wormhole opens up right in front of you and you go right through it.
Maybe
went through a
their
wormhole.
wormhole manipulation is only on the level of do it out of atmosphere, only on ship-sized ship. Maybe they don't have transporters.
I'm not denying that could be true, but wouldn't you say it'd be more plausible if the stories weren't
Again, but-
we ran away and they caught us and
I don't think so because again you're making assumptions about the level of technology. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's plausible there's a level of tech or a level of aliens out there, a level 5 on the Kardashev scale who fucking can harness matter all the way down to the subatomic or even out of the physical universe level. But maybe they're just advanced, like how fucking Aztecs looked at the Spanish whenever they came in. You know what I mean? They're just slightly more advanced than us. They figured out interstellar travel, but they don't have the means for complete matter manipulation or anything like that yet.
I mean, even we have mastered that, though. We don't have to open somebody up to see that inside. A CT scan will show you more, or your MRI.
True.
I can see everything in your body, without opening you up and abducting you, and I can do it. If theoretically they got that kind of power, they can do it from Alpha Centauri or somewhere,
Again, I think.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I
They
don't
have
know.
to pick you up
Maybe.
literally, and
But if that's true, then
if
then
it's
why is
study,
there alien
if-
abduction?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that they would do it to quote
So then throw
study
that out.
us.
Then you have to throw that out because then, if we're going by the narrative today in this episode that alien abductions do, however, often happen, then there has to be a reason for them
What
to do it.
makes even less sense to me is that they would bring you back.
No, that's a good.
Right. These guys just
Like the movie Cocoon.
Yeah, they just disappeared and they're gone forever.
You guys
we
remember
want some
Cocoon?
humans to study forever.
Were there pods in
why
the pool?
Why bring them back?
That's a good question. Well,
That doesn't
did you
make
see the movie
sense to me.
Cocoon? Wilford
Yeah.
Brimley, Jessica Tandy, lots of people. Steve
Sure.
Gutenberg.
Yeah.
They brought them back, but they were
Well, that
friendly.
was for Cocoon too. The first one, they whisked them away, and that was forever.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. They kind of thought it was forever.
Yeah, they weren't coming back.
But they did come back.
Well, yeah, the sequel because they made a lot of money. But
They were good movies. I
I've
like
not
that.
yeah,
seen
I didn't see
Cocoon
the
2.
second one.
The Return?
I didn't
Yeah, but I don't
either.
remember
Was
a
it
lot
any good?
about
The first one was good. I don't know.
I thought it was decent.
I don't remember
Second
a
one,
lot
okay.
about the first
The kid
one.
from the first one had grown up a little. He's like
Oh, really?
mid-teens now. It was like 5 years after the first one.
Yeah, I wanted
Steve
to bang
Gutenberg's
that,
still doing
that
the-
alien broad that took
yeah,
off.
she-
Don't take off your skin.
Yeah, it turned all like a light
That
beam.
would be weird.
There was an episode again of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they come across a guy whose species was just at the cusp of evolving into like a higher level being, like a being of energy.
Yeah.
And his species was like they were afraid of it. They were killing anybody who was like showing signs that they were getting ready to evolve to this next level.
Really?
And then whenever he evolved, he turned into basically the aliens from Cocoon. Just a being of light, humanoid in shape,
Right.
but
Well, they had that. Well, see, you're not a big original Star Trek guy. Those guys, remember that one? The ones they thought were real peaceful people, the Klingons, who were taking them over and making like a slave planet out of them. But they were so far evolved that everything, the beings they show were just basically for appearance. They were just pure energy.
I
Because
think
they were like millions of years.
Telosians? Is it Telosians?
No, Organians.
Organians.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get back around
Yeah.
to watching that. We can have
Right.
some good combos. You need to get around to watching the rest of
I
Star
haven't
Trek.
watched any of the other ones.
Watch Deep Space Nine. I've told you 100 times that's the best Star
Because
Trek.
I didn't like the Next Gen. I didn't think it was very good. I just didn't
Next
like
Gen
it.
was a show similar to the first one. The fact it was a lot about exploration. The first 2 seasons are hard to get through.
Yeah. I actually like the animated series better than those.
It was just
Those were kind of
almost
cool.
a direct sequel to the original.
Yeah, the same cast members.
Yeah. It was animated. You know about that?
No.
The animated
Yeah.
series was animated.
You're talking about Star
And it was
Trek?
a series. Yeah, there was a series of shows that were animated. It's called
Really?
the animated series.
What other
and it
anim-
was Star Trek.
And
What
Star
other-
Trek? What about Clone Wars?
Apparently, James Doohan did like all the voices. You know, Scotty, he did like 15 voices every episode.
That's a talented man.
Yes.
Didn't he have a couple fingers blown off in
Yeah,
war?
D-Day actually, 75th anniversary
That's
tomorrow.
today. Or tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
It's far
And we'd like to thank our veterans for that.
2016 Eric in the chat says he's an alien. And all of these
But as long as he hasn't been abducted by them, I'll buy it.
all of these surrealites, I can only assume that's what that means, or storlies or whatever. I'm hearing is sounding fake. This is bad grammar. Our real abduction will be
he's
happening
an
in
alien.
3
How would he
weeks.
know our language?
We easy send our UFA-2 down here to Earth.
Damn, 2016, Eric, you need to work on your English. I don't want to shame you.
Download
with nothing.
Grammarly. Grammarly's a great.
But what he's saying is, in a couple
I
weeks,
didn't get that, yeah.
there's going to be a real abduction happening. Apparently, he is an alien. They will be sending down their UFOs.
Oh,
to
take
Earth.
me away, please. I want to get off this planet.
I want them to take you.
Yeah, make a believer out of me, please.
Given the opportunity, would you go with aliens?
Hell yeah.
But how do you
I'd
know-
get the hell out of here?
How do you know
do
what
I get to
they're-
come back?
Can I come back?
No.
Then no.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Mars like,
Can't do it.
you know.
You don't want to leave family, but why don't you want to
Exactly.
go?
Nobody's going to miss me.
Well, you're not going to
I
miss
don't want to
anybody.
leave Tonga's cooking. That's why.
Oh, that's what it is. What if they have replicators?
Are you in
Oh,
love
all right. With her cooking, yeah.
at all? Oh, you're not in love.
She's a
with
nice girl. Sure, she's a great
Well,
girl.
he's really.
Armand's getting married in
He's
about
not
3
answering
months.
the question.
Exactly.
Are you in love?
So
She's
the
a
choice
nice
is either
girl.
be-
She cooks good. Are you
so
in love?
the choice is either being
she
abducted
cooks
by
good.
aliens or staying here and having a girlfriend.
Yeah, they say we're going to take you. You're going to live in a more or less
I
a
think I would.
paradise.
Well, I don't know about paradise.
Wait a minute, you
Yeah.
never said
That's what
paradise.
they always
Yeah,
say.
okay.
That's what they always say. Come live with us.
Well, like the
You'll
cocoon
live
people,
forever.
I don't think they promised them paradise. It'd just be like
live forever and basic. You know, they
Well,
they
that might
did
not be
promise them
paradise.
Peace and
immortality.
harmony.
some people are depressed. That'd be the worst.
I would think they could fix you if they're that advanced. Again, I'm making
That
assumptions.
doesn't make sense either. I mean, because they took them away and gave them youth. You would think they could give them youth too. They came back as old people again, right?
That's
you want
assuming
to
they-
live forever as an
that's
80-year-old man. I
Well,
don't
that's
know about
assuming
that.
they existed as physical beings whenever they went with the cocoon creatures. You know what I mean? Who's to say at that point, whenever you enter their ship, you're still
You're
have
not
your,
dead.
your ethereal body or your
Yeah, but when they came back
corporeal
for
body.
Cocoon 2, they were old, right? They were the same people.
They were still the same age, but they seemed to be a lot more
Yeah,
like they had been swimming in that pool from the first
Right,
one.
right.
Yeah.
They stopped by and got him an egger suit on the way back in.
I don't know. I mean, to see the, if I could, I'd rather have just like the knowledge. You can see the whole universe. We'll take you on a tour of the universe. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Again, they reference Star Trek.
Uh-oh.
Are you familiar,
Again?
familiar with the being Q? Being
Yeah, I
Q?
remember Q, yeah.
So he took this one of Jean-Luc Picard's girlfriends off. He gave her the opportunity that he'll just take her and show her the universe. And they went on a couple-year trip of him taking her to see all the coolest
But she
shit.
still came back.
She got tired of him.
Q?
Yeah.
I
She was
can
better
see that.
looking than Patrick Stewart.
Who, Vash or Q?
That was-
John Delancey? Is that what you're talking about?
he's
Yeah.
got to be better looking.
Who's
than that
Beverly
guy.
Crusher's crush?
She liked Jean-Luc, yeah.
Was it John Luke?
I saw him one time. He's a short guy.
Patrick
He's
Stewart?
very small. Yeah, he is very small.
I'm really
guy.
excited
He's right
about
in the
the
next booth to me in a delicatessen.
I'm really excited about the next Picard show they're coming up with. It's a whole new Star Trek show that's called Picard.
Stewart's playing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's is it an animated series? It's,
No,
like a
it takes-
cartoon in
It's
a
a direct
series fashion.
continuation of Next Gen. It takes place about 20 years after the last movie.
Boy, they're never going to stop with that, huh?
I
What,
don't-
what ends first, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Jaws.
Star Wars.
Jaws is done, yeah. Well, Jaws 3D put an end to that.
What do you mean ends first? Like they stop making
Yeah,
movies?
it's enough.
I don't think
enough.
they'll. I don't think they'll ever stop doing either.
Yeah,
No, they
probably
won't.
true.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
How about James Bond? You think that goes first?
That'll,
Like,
that'll probably go before Star Trek or Star Wars.
I
Will.
think
so?
that'll go forever too. Whenever you've hit 20 plus movies where you can recycle any story and just throw your main character into it, and that's the same thing with Star Wars and Star Trek. You can basically do any
Yeah,
story.
they're just recycling other shit. Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing about Star Trek, not so much Star Wars,
Yeah.
somewhat Star Wars, but Star Trek isn't about the sci-fi. It
But
is
now
a
one of the
character
Star
play.
Wars flopped, right? Did Han flop? Han Solo flop?
The Solo
Is that what it's
movie,
called?
what was it
I
called?
like.
Solo.
I like.
I don't think
Solo.
it flopped by any means.
I don't
I'm sure
think it
made
flopped
money.
at all, but I liked it.
It
A lot of
didn't-
people.
It was disappointing, though.
Yeah, I don't
right?
think it
They were-
performed like they wanted.
And I know a couple of Star Treks
it
didn't
actually
make a lot
stopped.
of money.
It actually stopped
Final
production.
Frontier is like one of the worst movies ever made. A lot of people say.
Part 5 was it?
5, yeah, it is embarrassing.
That was who directed that? Was that Nimoy?
Was
directed
Nimoy?
that?
It
Yeah, I
might have
think
been,
so, yeah.
but it was just horrible.
But the one right before that was pretty good. The one where they time traveled back to the 80s and stole the whales.
No, it was 3, wasn't it? When they
The
searched for
Voyage-
Spock.
That's the Search
Oh,
for Spock.
Voyage Home.
Yeah.
Eh,
Surge 3 was the one with
Wrath
the
of Khan's the
Genesis
only one I really
project.
think is any good. The first one was okay, and the second one was good. Other than that, I didn't think any of them were any good. I didn't search for Spock sucked.
You thought so?
Until he got laid. That was kind of cool.
I thought it was okay. It was a little weird.
It's the time. Good thing Mr. Savick was around. Isn't that who he banged?
Savick
Savick, right?
That
was Kirstie Alley, right? But it was the same gal, the same character, different gal.
Right, because it was actually not Kirstie Alley played her first.
Right.
I think it was.
This is a different girl.
Who was it? Oh, God.
But it was Savick, right?
She was the one that played the mannequin in Mannequin. And Sex and the City.
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall.
Oh, really? Was that who that was?
Yeah, that's who it was.
I like Kirstie Alley better.
Mannequin was a good movie.
That was
Who
her
was the
first
dude in
best.
that?
Kevin McCarthy, I want to say. What was his
Jonathan
name?
McCarthy.
Jonathan McCarthy. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, I like Mannequin. She was an Egyptian queen, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not a queen. I think she was like a princess.
Yeah, whatever.
So, in other words, though, that even Star Trek characters get abducted by aliens.
True.
And
Anakin was
but for the
abducted.
purposes of studying their ability to heal and shit. Is that what
They never
that was
said,
implied?
They didn't give two shits. Honestly, the crew didn't because they just wanted to stop it.
I
They
can
said
imagine
what their
would.
reasoning. So much, what their reasoning was.
Like,
Didn't really
why
give
are
a
they
fuck.
picking us? Why are they doing
Would you
this?
give two shits if you were waking up with hurting bones and you found out the aliens are taking you? Would you care why?
Yeah, I would
but-
want to know why. Would it alter my
No, but as a
actions in any
skeptic
way?
about this
It'd be
whole
nice to know
thing,
it.
I want to know why. Somebody's got to give me.
Yeah.
And I guess I guess what you're proffering here is that they're studying us, and I just don't know what they can study. If they got those kind of powers, why they need to physically take you away?
Well, one,
and
Armand,
study
you probably don't look at the universe or life at the same way as an alien would look at it.
No,
you know what I
absolutely
mean?
not.
Or intelligent life.
I don't even look at it like most humans.
Think
do,
if you
but-
were to get a hold of another intelligent life, what if we're the only other intelligent life that they've ever
Well, that's the
found?
question I was about to ask you.
No.
You don't think that's possible? I think it's possible.
No, it isn't.
Well, we've never seen any sign of intelligence.
where are they? That's the.
Look,
is that
I'm going
Fermi's
to quote
paradox?
you. I'm going to quote you right here. That's like taking a cup, going to the ocean, saying, "Yep, no fish."
Yeah, but
We've not even explored
okay,
one half
that's
of
not
a
my
tenth
point.
of a
Okay, but
percent.
look, okay,
That's not the point.
That's what Fermi's paradox is, though, right? We've had radio waves for 100 to 100 years almost.
Yeah, but
right?
radio waves,
Background
they
cosmic
they
radiation.
pretty much
Wouldn't you
said
think we'd-
radio waves go out of fashion so quick anyway, you wouldn't even notice it.
Our radio waves, but if you wouldn't think that some other aliens, we'd be we'd get some kind of signal from somewhere?
Possibly, but it has to
Why
almost...
not?
15 billion light years away. Why would we?
Well, within 1,000 light
Who
years,
says
there's
it's
no
not- who
intelligent
says
life
it's
within
not on the
1,000,
way?
2,000 light years away.
As big as the universe is, Armand, our bodies are made up of the 5 most common elements in the universe.
That's
You know,
true,
it's
but it's
understanding-
very rare. I mean, the Drake equation. It is to have a planet like ours is virtually
In the Goldilocks
it's
zone,
miraculous.
yeah.
With other big planets to digest, debris, and
You misunderstood
it's
my
not
point,
that
though.
easy though.
What I'm saying is we've never seen any kind of other sign of an alien, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
at
not
all.
saying they don't exist. But what I'm saying is, what if another alien civilization out there, and it's not hard to believe, has the same thing we're seeing? They see no other signs of life. They've been out exploring and still seeing nothing. And finally, they come across us.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think it'd be plausible they'd want to learn whatever they can about us? And maybe they even have
But
a
do they have
prime
the
directive.
ability to do it? Now you're saying that, I mean, okay, given you that maybe there is intelligent life out there, but to be abducted, they have to have the ability not just to see us, but to come pick us up, take us on a trip, and bring us back.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds of that? And if they're that advanced, that's like the guy said, we don't give a shit about that'd be like us and algae.
Right.
We don't care. We study them, but who
Well, I mean,
cares?
maybe they're a little bit more evolved than we are in that regard, where they do kind of care. Like we don't care to put algae back, or a fucking monkey that we take from the forest.
Yeah, but
to
we're not going
study
to
it.
travel halfway across the universe to do it.
Well, maybe they don't want to
Sure.
take us back. They don't either. It's garbage disposal or put us back or take them with us.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Garbage
It'd be more
disposal.
plausible to me
You know
that
what I
people are
mean?
disappearing. Well, that's more
shit.
plausible to me though than pick
garbage
you up
disposal?
and,
Yeah.
then pick you up and take you. When
Airlock
they're
the
done with you,
motherfucker, yeah.
throw them out. Yeah, throw them out of the ship.
It's more
or
likely-
deposit them on another planet.
It'd be more
somewhere.
likely that it was a. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, the abduction implies they come back without
Yeah,
even
well,
any
yeah,
without
because,
even a ransom.
Even
note.
just by the word abduction, that means
Yes.
you came back to tell
But
about
I'm
it.
just saying, you want them
Exactly.
back here? Pay us. Okay. Well,
I just think we can't sit there and say that there's no other intelligent life in the universe.
no, we can't. But I don't think
There's
the
just-
odds are as long as you say. I mean, there's life maybe,
So-
but
right, but-
intelligent life, especially they can travel through space. Now you're getting.
And
I
okay,
don't
so
know,
you
it's
got
a little
what?
tougher.
250 billion stars or something like that
trillions.
in our. Well, I'm saying in our galaxy.
Oh, in our galaxy.
And then another 100
no,
billion
no, it's
galaxies.
250 billion. I think well, let's see. What is it? The galaxy is what, 100,000 light years across?
Correct. Roughly a quarter of a trillion stars, they figured.
Okay.
Quarter of
I'll
a
buy that.
250 billion stars, all surrounded by a couple of rocky planets. not all of them, but most of them.
Okay, right. That's the Drake equation.
That's one galaxy.
Speculation.
That's one galaxy.
Right.
And then there's billions of galaxies out there. Trillions of galaxies. So
in the observable universe, which is not
even the whole universe.
Right.
So I'm saying for us to sit here and say there can't be any other intelligent life, it's so naive.
No.
They figure the observable universe is going to seem weird.
But I'm just saying it's far from a sure thing.
Just all over the place today.
I'm just saying, like, you can't believe that it wouldn't have happened like it happened here.
You guys are really talking over each other a lot today, like really bad.
I haven't thought I mentioned much at all.
Nobody can get it over in edgewise. You guys are right at it.
Okay, what's your?
Well, I don't know. I keep trying, but nothing.
Well, what is your opinion? We're asking.
My opinion is it's unlikely that people are getting abducted. But
what about that? That's not what he's saying.
What I'm saying is there's still a chance that they are. I think
getting abducted? Well, yeah.
Just like there's a chance that there's no other intelligent life out there. I don't care what the odds are.
Well, again, there is that chance. But I would say it's much more
intelligent.
Would you say it's more likely that there is no intelligent life in the entirety of the universe, or that people have been abducted by extraterrestrials?
I think it's about even.
About even.
Yeah, I think it's about even.
First time he's came to the
billions to one.
And but you also believe flat Earth is equal to no global warming. So.
Right.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's more likely. You said.
You said it was.
I believe it's more possible that people have been abducted by aliens and global warming is It's true. Yes.
Okay.
That defies physics right there.
That's all I needed to know. Okay, is it more likely people have been abducted or that the man-made global warming is the thing?
I don't buy that at all.
That's fucking great. Right. All right, guys, let's kill this first show. We're going to come back here in about 5 minutes.
And I'll tell you why. Because
finishing thoughts here, Armand.
Yes, because people telling stories like this, I just think they're nuts. But they're not getting paid for it. Global warming, people are getting paid to say that's true. That skews science.
Food for thought. That's a good point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. These guys, Barney and Betty, didn't make $1 million.
Who was it? Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who said, "Look for the guy who will gain the most, and there's your guy."
Yeah. Follow the money.
Yeah.
And that's what what's his name said. Eddie Sutton.
What you got there, Eric?
Nothing. I was going to pull that outro up, the doc that we had, right?
Yeah,
do you think let me ask him a question. Do you think there are millions of civilizations out there or just a few? Or?
I don't know. I don't even really want to speculate on it because I have no idea.
Sounds like you already have.
Smallest pebble of sand on a beach is that's all. We've not even checked our own backyard yet. You know what I mean? We don't know. I don't know.
Okay, but you're talking about intelligent life. It's taken, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, approximately? Humans have been around for a couple 100,000 years. Intelligent life has probably been, 1 million years maybe? Homo habilis, 1.5 million years. That's billions of years gone. So even if there's like the
intelligent, quote unquote,
right? That's what we're saying, intelligent life.
But again, you're making assumptions that all life on other planets evolves at the same rate as us.
No,
and you can't even know for a simple.
Making a lot of assumptions. So is he.
You can't. You assume on this planet that we're the first intelligent life. You know what I mean? Like it's very well possible that something evolved from dinosaurs that we never saw. That maybe not a civilization level of intelligence. Maybe not completely tool level of intelligence, but a level of intelligence.
Would you consider dinosaurs or Archaeopteryx? Is that intelligent life?
I'm not saying they
I
are.
don't even consider that intelligent life. That's just life. To me,
right? I agree with you, but what I'm saying is,
plants' life.
As the crust of this planet has rolled over a few times. You know what I mean? We don't know how far. Past Pangea, which is still a theory any which way. Other supercontinents, the crust of the planet has rolled over, and it is completely possible that the fossil records
but not likely.
No, but it's possible. You can't rule it out.
Plausible.
So my point is, you don't know how long it takes for life to develop, for intelligent life to develop, and that every planet would have the same exact speed for which this to happen. It could take 100 million years for a planet to cool down, water to form, land mass, boom, life right off the bat. Another million years later, you're into a very small.
I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to take it one step further and say we're carbon-based life. We're not even saying that intelligent life has to be based off of carbon. It could be silicon. Yeah. It could be. There's so many
irrelevant the chemistry of the life.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know how it's going to evolve, even based on something else. You know what I mean? How fast intelligent life could evolve if it were based on silicon instead of carbon.
Or it could be the other end of the spectrum, though, that we evolve very quickly as compared to others. And it takes trillions of years for intelligent life to develop.
You know, the scariest part is
like black holes.
Intelligent life is
black dwarfs.
Is very, very super common in the universe. But it just so happens there is no way to do interstellar travel, and there is no way for interstellar communications.
That, to me, is more plausible.
That's scary.
Yeah, that sucks, because that means you're alone.
Why is it scary?
Because it means we're alone.
Good.
It's not. We're not. No, it's worse.
You
don't
want to be alone, or would that be scary? Wouldn't it be more scarier that?
And I don't mean it like that, but I'm saying it's worse than we are alone here. It's that we're not alone, but we can't reach contact or anything with any.
So what?
Well, I mean, some people
I
would
can't
want to.
contact people in France, and I don't want to.
Yeah, you can. You can pick up the phone
Oh,
and
I
call
hate
them.
the French.
You can email them.
I don't like the French.
Video chat.
But I'm just
something.
saying, that's somehow daunting to you that we can't contact other
No, not to me. But I'm just saying.
Wouldn't it be scary that they may come conquer us or use us for food? That to me is scary.
Shit, bitch
How
can
about
try.
you?
What was the question?
They'll
Sorry.
succeed. Well, I'm just
Maybe.
saying, is it scarier that there's intelligent life out there and we'll never be able to contact them because of all the physical limitations? Or is it scarier that they may find us and say, hey, that's good food, that's good eating?
That's more scary.
To me, that's scarier.
Stephen Hawking was the one who said,
Yeah, Hawking said that, right?
he said, don't get in a fucking rush to announce our existence.
Exactly. He was scared that this SETI and all this stuff we're sending out, he's like, I don't know if we want to
You
find
can't immediately assume that all life is benevolent in numbers. So
Very good. That's correct. Because we sure as hell aren't.
for the most part, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and end the show. Eric, give us the outro. We'll be back in about 5 minutes after this, and we'll see you there for the after show.
All right, this has been Surreal Talk. This is the part of the show where we'd like to ask you to give back a little if you enjoyed the show and just have listened. Granted, we have not reached any of the minimum withdrawals levels
is
for
the
our
old one.
affiliate program. Is it?
Yep.
Oh, it sure the fuck is.
Yeah, I got this. So
You got to change the name.
it's new/intro/outro. Which one you got on?
I was on intro, outro, not the new one.
All right. Anyway, remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Surreal Talk, on Twitter at Surreal Talk Show, and on YouTube at youtube.com/Surreal Talk Podcast. Please remember to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, any fucking place where you can download it. Hit your subscribe button.
Your favorite outlet.
I wouldn't say you should be above installing multiple podcast apps and subscribing on multiple to get multiple downloads. Make sure you clear off all your shit because it'll fill up fast.
Yeah, oh yeah, your phone will be full. You won't even be able to text people.
Head over to SurrealTalkPodcast.com, vote in a Team Everett, Team Eric poll, and give us this. Read my note. What is the score as of today, Eric? Do you remember what it was last time?
Nah, I was up by 13 last time.
I'm going to go ahead and mark this in the document. So next week, whenever we go through this again, we will know what the
we're
score
tracking.
was last time.
These are
Might as well.
metrics. Okay. Now
Not
I'm with
really
it.
metrics, but it's more like week to week. We're not keeping track of it more than just last week. All right. And the winner is 485 to 471, Eric.
14. Up one.
485 ET, 471 ELH. All right. If you'd like to contact us, you can email us at info@SurrealTalkPodcast or by messaging any of our social media outlets. You can join our Discord servers. They're always on chat and messaging server. You can go there. We're there all day hanging out. You can go to Surreal Talk Podcast /Discord, and you'll find everything you need to get onto that. You can check out our other show, The Joker, the Smoker, and the Toker at jokersmokertoker.com. This is a show Eric and I do twice a week with the Ocho Man. It's our cannabis, pot culture related podcast. Basically, we get pretty stoned and talk about weed related stuff. It's a pretty good time. You can check out Behind the Eight Ball at ochoman.com. That's another show Eric's on with, again, the Ocho Man from our other show. It's sort of a morning zoo potpourri type show.
Do it or don't. I mean, you take it or leave it.
I hear you. It's just there. If you want to check out more of
It's
Eric,
there.
check out ochoman.com. And you can check out Armand's other show, This Day in History, at thisdayinhistorypodcast.com. Tony Hubert, he's been on our show a time or two, is a co-host with Armand as they go through all of the interesting things that happen on this day in history. So if it's March 11th, download the March 11th episode, and they'll give you all the cool shit that happened throughout history on that day. If you're looking to do any shopping, visit on Amazon, visit our website, Surreal Talk Podcast, and click on the Amazon banner. Any purchases you make during your Amazon session will directly support our show. We also have a Patreon you can check out, which is patreon.com/Surreal Talk. What Patreon is a voluntary cash-based subscription service where you can subscribe to us from any amount of money you want to a month.
We need to get better about giving them rewards, though, for being a Patreon. So, like, with that, we got to figure something out for that.
Yeah, probably so. Any which way, don't expect a reward at this point in time. But we would love you if you gave us money because we're fucking pandering bastards.
Speak for yourself.
I hate fucking talking about Patreon.
I know.
It's the only way that
really
makes
like
this show
it.
worth doing it.
Yeah,
At
I
least
know.
with any money. It's the only thing bringing us in money. And our super chats are pretty cool.
Yeah, there's that.
But YouTube takes like 50% of that shit.
Yep. Fucking YouTube
Anyway,
sucks.
fuck that. Until next time, though, this has been Surreal Talk, lineupmedia.fm.
I'll put my PayPal out there.
Yeah, we'll do that. Lineupmedia.fm production. We'll catch you here in a couple minutes. Thanks. Okay, take 5.
Recording is down. Are we still live? We are.
Hey, guys, I'm going to end the stream, and we'll be back here in a couple minutes with the next part.
Jay Farnsworth says send weed
Let's send some
for the Patreon subscribers.
Oh,
All right, tell them next
Be right
show.
back. 5 minutes.
Tell them next show.